Okay, welcome everyone. New topic for today. The topic that we're going to discuss today is a process and also environment as variables. How we can set up the environment of your uh, the Linux operating systems. As I explained multiple times, the program, the program that you develop, for example, in Python, that will be, if it comes in your operating system, some schedule, then we call it process. Okay, so one program may invoke other programs, so there are a sequence of processes going on. The parent process, children process. So all those things possible in operating systems. Okay. So I want to review a little bit that we learned the last week. In the operating systems, if you are a system administrator, then you may be in charge of the works to be done by multiple people. Okay, so among the users that you are supporting may want to share the files. Okay, so each one of the user groups has his or her own the file systems. And by default, as you create the file, according to UMask, remember the UMask, that is a number. Based upon the UMask, the privilege of your files by default is defined, right? So, for example, if you create yours, let's see if we see UMask, then the given the UMask defined on your operating systems is always a 0022 until you redefine it. Okay, 0022 means that is the default the privilege. Remember that the privilege that you can set by character or set it by number. So three numbers are combined together to indicate the privileges. So 1, 2, and 4, right? So it can generate from 1 to 7, all different numbers. If you add 1 to 4 all together, then it'll become 7. If you add 1 and 5, then it'll become 5, 2 and 4, then it is 6. So combinations of read, write, and execute, you may have different sets of privileges. So it is very, very systematic and also the accurate in mathematics. I do not know who first created it, but the person who created that UMask, so clever, right? So your default the privileges according to that UMask is going to be what? Alexandra? Hi. So what is it? What is the privileges? The default privileges according to that UMask? You need to subtract that you mask from 7777. So it'll be 755. So 7 means what? Everything, right? 1, 2, and 4. So first 7 tells you your privilege, right? Owner's privileges. Because I create, as an owner, I have all the privileges. Sometimes you may not have, although you create, right? You can change it if you do not want. And then that is the second digit from the highest. Then third digit, number 2. From number 2, you will have number 5, right? Number 5 means, because 2 subtract from 7, then it is 5. 5 can be obtained from 1 plus and 4, right? So 1 means execute, 4 means read. So the group where you are involved in, everybody in that group can read and execute. Same thing, others, the last single digit, that is for others. Anyone in your operating systems. That's something that we discussed. And now, according to that permission, therefore, there's different access privileges, right? If you want to change it, then you need to change it by chmod. If you want to view the file permission, then you need to have ls-l, right? For example, here, ls-l, then I may allow anyone, myself, first 3, myself, I can read, I can write, I can execute, and anyone in my group can read, but can read and execute, but no write. Same thing. Anyone in the same operating systems, same file systems, can read and execute. That's what it is. So how you can see it? You can view the file permission by issuing list command, ls or ls-l. ls-l, right? If you do simply ls, then you don't get it, right? You see the list only. If you have a ls-l, then that is a long list, because it is formatting the long detailed list, so you can see the privileges. That's what we learned the last week. And also we practiced create new user. Okay. So how can you create new user? The command is sudo add user. If you are in the sudoers list. So you have your, we created, right? How do you know that we created? If you move one level up and ls, then we see this is pi, this is me, right? But I have also Jae-yoon. So we created Jae-yoon as a new user. So right now where I am in PI, because by default, when my Raspberry Pi is turned on, then the login ID is Pi. So I am Pi. How can I change my login to my friend if I know his or her password? What is the command? That is SU. SU stands for super user. So if you SU, then you can move to, you can re-log into super user, but the same command can be used for other users. So if you say su space dash space and the name of the user, see here we have a Jaeyun, so I said Jaeyun, then I can come to Jaeyun's file system. Password for Jaeyun, Mercy, that I, before I forget it. So I have here Jaeyun, here Pi, right? So Jaeyun has Jaeyun's file systems. Jaeyun has these many file systems. So Jaeyun, this is owner Jaeyun and group Jaeyun, and then yeah, those things. If you do not mind, I want to reduce the size of this so that we may be able to see it all well. I'm not sure. 12 may fit in. Let's go to 10. See what it is. 10, perfectly fine, right? It's too small. Let's make it one higher. Optimal. A little bit bumped out, but that's okay. All right. So these systems, these files are under Jaeyun, and these files are under Pi. So I want to create directory mkdir for 2 days, 17 March. Do I have 17 March here? Before I get that, on my Pi, I want to change it to Jaeyun. I mean subdirectory Janyun. See, I have. Oh, here I created it 17 March 25. So I want to create for Jaeyun 17 March. I want to make different. So here 17 Jaeyun. So I have 17 March here. I have a 17 March 25 for Pi. Okay. So what we did last week, file copies, right? We can copy. If we want to share files, two things that you could do. Share files, the way of sharing files. One way is to copy. If you copy, then person who received that copy, the version, may have full privileges on that copy, right? Like if you have a document, so you make a from the copier machines, you make a copy of that paper documents. So you give it to your friend. Then your friend who receives your copy may have the full privileges of that copy the version, right? Although it is not the original, but anyway, he can throw it away. He can do anything that he can do, right? Because you give it to your friend. There's a copy. Same thing here, copy. But you may, in digital world, you may want, even if you show that to your friend, you want to still hold all the privileges of that document. Is it going to be possible in digital world? Yes, it is possible. Right? The way that you could do is a symbolic link. Okay, so the way that you make a symbolic links, ln, that is the command ln. There's an option. ln means link. Option S means symbolic. So I want to make a symbolic link. First argument for this command is target the working directory. And then second one is a local file that is I can see in my local current directory. Let's assume we have here, what is a slash? Slash means that is the top, right? From the top, on my left, Jaeyoon, on my right, I have a pi. Under Jaeyoon, I have 17 March. By the way, I have 17 March here, right? On the right, under pi, I have John Yoon, where we can see 17 March 25. So clearly, we see here 17 March 25. 17 March here, 17 5 20 March 25. Under this 17 March, both are the directory. They are not the file itself, because that's what we created, right? 17 March under Jaeyoon, that is the directory. Same thing here. 17 March 25 under pi, that is also D4 directory. So under that directories, I want to make some file here, okay? So here's what I want to do. There's insert. So I want to make here. Hello.txt on my here left. So Jaeyoon created the hello.txt, but I want to make the same thing for hello.txt, but not exactly the same way that we give the paper copy. I want to make electronic copy so that I want to hold all the privileges while my friend may be able to see it, may be able to do something, okay? I can give him or give her all the privileges as I have, or I can revoke such privileges at any points in time, okay? So all the control is under me. I want to do that. Okay. So I want to make this. Something like this, okay? Some color code. This is normal. So Jaeyoon has all the privileges of hello.txt. Okay, let's make here. So I want to create hello.txt. Nano hello.txt. So I can say it is raining. still raining, dot, dot, dot. Sun shining. Sooner. Well, whatever you want to type. And then you can write it. Here, caret O means that is a write out. Caret means control. So holding down control. And then O. And it says you want to write name to, you want file name to write is hello.txt. Yes, I want to keep it. You can change it, but I do not want to keep it. And then I want to exit from there. Control X. So when I see that ls minus, oops, I want to see it's 17 March, right? So I want to see ls 17 March. I want to see the content inside that folder, that directory. So ls followed by the directory name. Oh, I made it here. So I want to copy it over there. I can do that, right? So cp for copy. So hello.txt, that is available in current directory. I want to push it down to my subdirectory, 17 March. Okay. See here the command? cp, that's for copy. This is the object of that file to copy. And this is the destination. Okay. If you want to copy it on the same directory, then that is also possible. In the case that you have to, the name is different, right? You have to name it differently. But 17 March is the directory, so I make that, and the slash, so that it goes into that subdirectory. Hit enter, and then I will do ls 17 March. Then I can see hello text. If we want to read it, you can read it. You can see cat, and then 17 March, that is the directory. I can say hello from there. So in this case, cat is to read file. So file that I want to read is this hello.txt. But I am not in the same folder as this file is located. Therefore, I need to specify fully from there. What happens here is I'm now here, right, at this level. I want to read the hello text. I am here. I want to read the hello txt. Then I need to say, hey, by the way, hello.txt is in 17 March. That is what I want to describe it like this, right? Then I can see the file content. Can this guy read this file? If you want, for example, if this guy, this is where I am right now. Can I read this file? Then you need to specify from the top. By the way, the same thing here from the top. I want to change it to, I want to copy this to, I want to make copy and that together, copy. In the following slide, here in this slide, slash and directly we have JUN and PI, but that is not real, right? If you see the next slide, there's one level, home directory, right? Under home, I have these two guys, right? Under home, I have JUN and PI. So if, and also this guy, comes here. If I want to, if here where I am right now here, in the same level of Jyun. Oh, here, yeah, Jyun here. But if I want to read this hello.txt, then I need to go all the way up and come back, or I can simply state from the top. So I can say from here, can I read from top home / Jyun / 17 March / hello.txt. Like I said here, cat 17 March / hello.txt. This is me, Jyun. This is my friend, Pi. My friend wants to read my file. So he does here cat /home / Jyun / 17 March, that things. We may read that file or may not. Okay, but we did something last week, right? See if we can read it. He said permission denied. Then we need to check if this path can be traced from Pi's privileges. Okay, then we can go back all the way up here and see ls minus l, and then see the privileges of home. It has home here, so I can execute. I can change the directory to home. Of course, Pi is also in that home. So the one that I want to see more is not only / inside the home. Then Jyun can read everything about the Pi. So for example, then I can do home and, oh, by the way, Jyun is here left side, but Jyun said all blocked here. No one can execute. Change the directory means execute, right? But no one can go into that one. See here, if I do / and home / Jyun, the previous list statement, the argument to that list statement is a / home. Now I want to move one level down. So / home / Jyun. This guy says permission denied, because this is denied. When I said here, that is denied. So what can you make it if you want? If we let him to read this, then at the PI side, sudo can do everything, but let's assume sudo is not involved. Then Jyun needs to open it, right? So go to Jyun here. This is Jyun. So Jyun needs to go one level up. So ls minus l, that is a Jyun. So Jyun is owned by, this is owned by Jyun, and Jyun is PI's. Let's see, what is the ID of Jyun? Still Jyun, right? So what we can do here, chmod. If I want to change it to open like PI, then we need to put 777 to Jaeyoon, right? Therefore, we have all the privileges like this. Once we do that, then the one previously not permitted will now be permitted. So let's move the cat command that we did, because I open my front door, see if my friend can read my property. So cat, or still cannot. Oh, there's no such directory. Or such firewall directory. I want to make sure that. So cd ls cd 17 March. Hello. So what is the path expression? We need to say here home Jaeyoon. Oh, there's a misspell, right? Not the 17 Mar, but we need to say here 17 March. Then we can read it. Now we can read it, right? We can read this. So like this, we can share share the file by copy, right? Well, not by the copy, but I open the door so that my friend can see mine. We can do that, right? Then I can open my door and close the door at any points so that we can make it. Another way that we can do is, therefore, at his side, for example, here, cd Jaeyoon and cd 17 March 25. Here, right here, I want to see the file name hello.txt, although I do not have the privileges, but I want to see this. If you want to see that, then because you can read that file from here, you can make ln -s, and then you need to say the path expression. What is the path expression here? That is, we looked at here. This is the path expression, right? So I can say copy and here paste. Not only that, at the end I need to say hello.txt, and then local here I would say Jaeyoon's hello.txt. I can name it the same, or I can rename it, whichever convenient to you. But in this case, I renamed it for me to see my friend's file, but not by copy, but not by asking my friend to open the front door, but in the middle of that, I ask him, hey, can I hold your file in my directory, but you can I see your directory on my file, but you can hold all the privileges about that files, okay? If it is the case, then you can do symbol, you can make a symbolic link, ln-s, so that if I hit enter, and if I do ls-l, then here you go. So previously, in this directory, we have only one file. Now we have two files. Together with that file, I have a new file names Jaeyoon hello.txt, but little more than that, right? And then here in this file, it says front, the first character in that the long list is starting with the L. L means it is a linked files. So jun hello.txt is a linked files. Where is the original file located? Here is an arrow, and it says, by the way, the original source of that location is this /home/jun/17march/hello.txt. So now, if I want to read it, then I can simply type jun hello.txt. I don't need to specify full path expressions before that files. Simply my file. As if I can see my file, I can simply say cat my file. Then I can see that, right? That is a symbolic link. The beauty of a symbolic link is, if we want to, for example, if you are an administrator, so you have your own file systems on the home directory. You can manage it, everything upstairs from top levels. There is a /etc/vir/usr, so many things that you are that is under your charge. Okay, you are in charge of all that administrative materials. At each time that you want to admin, then you need to go to that file by changing directory from here to another. Unhandy. It's not impossible, but it's not really handy. So if you want to see those files under your home directory, then you can make symbolic link. Although you do not possess that files, but you can see it through symbolic link. Okay, that's what it is. All right. Any question about this? Okay, that is a recap. Now, today. By the way, I want to, this is a little bit of technical things. Is there anything fun things? Yes, you can. If you do, I'm not sure you can have a Fortune, but I installed the Fortune. Fortune tells me what is. This is a long Fortune. I want to make another Fortune, shorter ones. It says, so every time when I make Fortune, I have a new Fortune. Like Fortune cookie, if you go to a Chinese restaurant, they give you Fortune cookies, right? Have you tried? Yeah. Same Fortune? No, different Fortune. This is a Linux Fortune. So Fortune told me right now, you will receive a legacy which will place you above ones. Oh, this is good. And then the other ones, one previous, my dear people, my dear Bagginses and the Boffins. Well, so many. So one before that, long list of those. I do not know what it is. Speak, thou vest, and for honor overhead. So many things, right? So we have something like a Fortune cookies, right? We can make it. And then there is another one. Is a cow say. And then cow say, if I say hello Mercy, Cyber, 221. Oh, let me see. Probably I need to see cow, say, and then hello, Mercy, Cyber, 221. Hit enter. Oh, nice. Okay, so you can say anything. Cow say. You can say anything. How can you make it? If you do not have a fortune, then you need to do sudo apt install. By the way, do you have fortune by default? Fortune was available there or haven't?
I installed it before.
Right. You have to install it. So sudo apt install fortune like this, then it can be installed. Similarly, sudo apt cow say or install cow say. Then you can install it. My case, I already installed. You can do that. So far, it is not really fun, right? So you can make more. You can do fortune and cow say together. That's good, right? Rather than I say hello, Mercy Cyber 221, I wanna make it from fortune cookie. Fortune, and we have a pipe. So input to cow say can be generated by fortune. So output of fortune will be the input to cow say. Right? So that works, right? We can expect that way. So whatever fortune says can be said by cow. There's a cow say. So try something fun to you. Federico, do you have your Raspberry Pi with you right now? You don't? Okay. Evans, do you have any good ones? Fun things from?
When the cow says?
Yeah, fortune and cow together.
How do you shoot a blue elephant with a blue elephant gun? How do you shoot a pink elephant? Twist its trunk until it turns blue, then shoot it with a blue
Well,
elephant
that is a
gun.
longer. Do you like it or you don't like?
Like,
Anyone has? Ashley? Anything good to you? Okay. Gregory, do you have a Raspberry Pi with you right now? Are you working on Raspberry Pi or right now?
no, I don't have it.
Oh, you don't. Darshan, you have? What is yours? Oh, okay. All right. So you'll be the next with the little fancy ones. So next slide. Okay, next one. I want to see, this is all possible. From the top left that we looked at, right? One below that, Fortune Cause and left out loud cat. So you need to install left out LOL cat. Then you can see something in color. Okay, so I want to do here one more pipe. LOL cat. One more. Little different colors, right? Different fortune and different colors. I like this. Excellent time to become a missing person. Oh, who do we miss today? Quite a few, right? I want to see who we miss. Anuf? We have Anuf? Good to see Linarius. Okay, Dmitry usually, yeah, I'm not sure where he is. Good to see you, Obai. Yosef is not here. Yeah, only those, yeah, except those, we're all here. So that is LOL cat. The other one is Figlit. This is another good one, so Figlit. Figlit, and if we say Andy, that is Andy, right? You have to install it. Oh, this is a really good ones. You know what I like? What is LS? It lists my content, right? But I installed SL. So if you hit your commands so quickly but mistakenly instead of LS, you may say SL. See what happens. This is SL. If you install SL, anytime when you type SL mistakenly for LS, then you will get that once. Do you like this? Train? I like it. Play with it. Can you make 5 times of SL? You can do SL, semicolon, SL, semicolon, SL, semicolon, SL, semicolon. That's a sequence of commands, right? Remember that? Do you like it? Or buy it? Practice it at home. Juliana, are you following this? Train. I think Angel, do you have Raspberry Pi with you?
Yeah, I just didn't bring my keyboard.
Okay. All right. So this is a fun thing. So, okay. The one that I like the most, matrix rain. We call that CMA C matrix. So if I do here C matrix, watch. How long? Forever. So what should we do to kill the process? We call that, rather than kill, we call that interrupt, right? How can you interrupt it?
Control C.
Control C. Control C. Interrupt it. Was it killed? Maybe it is killed. If you want to see, no, not ls, ps for the list of printed, the process list, process status. So I want to see AUX and see if that C matrix. So C matrix is gone. Control C killed that process, which is not bad, right? But some other cases, the process, now you understand what is a process, right? Process remains, although you do interrupt it. So it stays in your operating systems. In that case, you can make like this, PS minus AUX and grep. That's what we want to see today. Before we get that, the last one is either neo fetch or stream fetch. So neo fetch, then it tells you about your operating systems, which is good, right? So rather than see what is my Raspberry Pi's specifications, but if you see neo fetch, then it shows you are in like your ID, PI Raspberry Pi, and operating system is Debian, GNU, Linux 12, and host this, and kernel uptime about 1 hour already, and packages, and shell we are working on bash shell, and some others, okay? Which is good, right? Neo shell. So if we do neo shell here, neo fetch, then not exactly the same, but almost. Here JUN Raspberry Pi, here Pi Raspberry Pi. Okay, let's move. So, process, display snapshot of the current process. That's what we did. Oops. PS AUX. If we want to see the display, I want to make it smaller, so we can see here. Oops. I want to make here, which is good. So PS AUX gives me a whole list of the process, right? Okay, that is that. So what can you see here? We can see process name and then process ID. Let's see, do we have that title? think we see the column title somewhere. Maybe all the way up. Oh, this is so many processes running under me. Okay, here. So this is the first one is the user, and the second column is process ID, and then third one is the percentage of CPU. So which process is using my CPU? What percentages? So if you scroll down, currently all 0 because nothing is consuming except PSAEX. PSAEX use 100% at that specific time. Okay. And then how many percent of memory being used? And then this is the size of that. And then finally that is the command. Okay. Just it gives me all because I said here A. Okay. If we want to see PS, the manual, then you can see it, so that you can see what the options that you want to use. Some examples here. To see every process on the system using standard syntax, -E. To see every process on the system using Bourne shell syntax, AX or AXU, AUX, print process tree, then PS -EJ uppercase H or AXJF, more and more. Similar things can be seen in this command, the top. Okay, it gives me top list, top display and update tasks. Good to monitor processes in archive, running, sleeping, stopped, zombie, etc., etc. So you can see the list of those, but it has some it's keep updating. This is handy, right? So for system administrator or administrator may want to activate this and monitor, see who comes here using more CPU times, or more memory, all those things. So first, in this top command, the second column is the user. For example, you have 100 users working on your systems. So JUnit is now using this for a long time. Then you can call JUnit, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Can you finish your work so that other people can take the similar benefit as you? Or you can enforce to kill his process with your almighty privileges. You can do that, right? By using kill command. There's the Linux command called kill. So we can stop this, Control C. And then similar, the other one is htop, HTOP. This is dynamically can do. Similar to top, but htop. More dynamic on the bottom, that you can see the function keys. F9 to kill. Something that you want to kill. F10 quit. F5 tree structure. See if how can you make F5. F5 minus, oh, there's F5. See on the right column, then you can see some of the tree structures, right? It is toggle. So if I do this, that disappeared, and do this, then you can see a little more visualizations. So Control F10 to quit. Oh, this guy does not show it to me. I can click that F10. That's good too. Okay, that we looked at. And jobs, list active jobs. If I do not have any process currently active, then I don't get any. Yeah, I don't get any. But if I am running my web browser, see if I have jobs. This is a JUN. That may be the reason. So if I want to get out of from, this was logged from Pi, right? So if I do exit, then I have this. And as Pi's point, jobs, still not, right? What do I have here? Mercy.edu. Jobs, still not see it. But anyway, you can see that. The other one is, right, in process, if you want to make it back-end process, you can do that, okay? So the foreground process or background process. If we want to make a background process, for example, Python, this is a Python command, right? If it runs as at the foreground, then it gives you user interactive prompt statements, right? So we can do quit from there, but I can make it a background. If we want to push that process background, then ampersand sign, hit enter, then it goes background. So Python is still running, but therefore if I do jobs, let's see if I have jobs. Yeah, I have jobs, right? Python. But it's not, because Python, I'm not working on Python, right? So, but anyway, Python is there. If we want to bring that back, let's see. First of all, AUX. See if I have a Python. Grep. I want to see if Python is still running. Yeah, Python is running, right? Probably this is the Python, right? So Python is running. I want to bring the Python back. Then you do foreground. There is a if you do % sign and 1, then the previous is from the back order, right? From the recent ones, there's number 1, and the one before, there's number 2, 3, and 4, like that. So if we want to bring the recent background job into the foreground, then you can do foreground and %1, then you can get it back, right? Therefore, you have that Python command now. So 3 plus 4, then you have 7, and print hello, and then you can do quit. It's not really see that, okay, but anyway. And then you can also kill if some process is not needed. Remember the previously we have here PID, right? This is a process ID. If you see, oh, this one is maybe malicious code, so that you want to kill that code, then you need to do kill and process ID. And real, if you want to force to kill, then there is number 9. Number 9 is used. Okay, so if you want to some process, if it is active, if it is held by some others, some precondition is needed. Some of the parent process still hold that process that you want to kill, then simple kill command may not work. In that case, if you want to force to kill, then you have to do kill -9, then it anyway it'll be killed. So at worst case, if we want to kill it, then you have to do kill -9. And another one is pkill, stop the running process. It's not really kill, but stop the running process. Okay, what is next? So we looked at that. We looked at that. We looked at. Okay, now environment. We looked at this environment a little bit already, right? Print environment, and if you do echo $, and then system variables, then you can see what it is. For example, echo path, $, and path, then you can see the path. Print E and V, then you may be able to see all those. Usually the variable, if it is a system variable, then we make it uppercase. You can set the variables, system variables as well. Okay. This is important. Let's see this. Make an environment variable permanently. If you want to make it permanently, by the way, even if you make system variables, it'll disappear when that session is complete. Okay. Session means your login, your current login. If you log out, then even if you make a PS, remember the prompt statements that we practiced. PS1 equals first time I gave you in your homework assignment different prompt statements, multiple different ways. But whenever you come back to your Raspberry Pi and turn on, your prompt statements remains the same as the origin, right? Original prompt statements. Some of you may questioning, right? Why? Because that system environment becomes effective as far as the current session remains active. So if you log out, then all disappear. So now another question then, how can we make it permanent, persistent? That is here. If you want to make, for example, export my variable equals hello Raspberry Pi. If we want to add this into bash shell runtime routine, I'll see for what do I have. This is my current. So ls minus la, then I can see bash rc. So if I do cache dot bash rc, then I have that list. This is something already defined. So if you put that command in this file, bash rs file, then whenever your session is created, whenever your session starts, everything in that bash rc file can be up and running. Okay? So for example, PS1, if we want to change it, then let's see what is PS1 permanently defined here. Somewhere here probably says that. Yeah, PS1 says Debian root plus Debian. So we may have some of this. It says if color prompt is yes, if my system has a color is available, mine is color is available, right? So in that case, PS1 is actually all of this. Otherwise, Debian /u/h/w, probably this works in my case. So if you want to test, then you can do copy and this, and come back here and test to see if it is changed. It's not changed. That's what we have right now, right? So what about this? Copy. That is different, right? So what happens here, yeah, because my terminal is color possible, therefore this works. If it is not colorful, then no color. These things are something about the color. Okay, color coded. So without that, we simply see black and white. That's what we have right now here, right? Black and white. That is prompt statements. That also recorded here in this .bash rc files. This is a good example of that you can make if you want to make something that comes up yours. For example, at the last of this, if you want to say, let's see, I want to make, if you want to change this bash rc, you can do that. But don't forget to make this bash rc. I want to make my bash rc original bash. I want to leave my bash rc original ones. So ls minus l, then I have ls minus la, then I have dot bash rc and dot bash rc original. So I want to keep my original ones, and I want to play with my dot bash rc. So nano dot bash rc, and then all the way down. What do you want to put here? The one that you learned so far. I want to make here netfish, netbatch. Okay, and then Control O, write it there. Control C, right there, and then I want to make a. Let's see if I can make this. It's not. I need to log out and come back, right? I want to reboot, see if it works. Okay, so what I want to do, log out and then reboot. The thing here, I have to start VNCPO again. Reboot takes a little more time, but I want to start anyway. It takes a little while until my Raspberry Pi is ready to do. Okay. So when I come back here, oh, netfish command not found. Netfetch, what was it? I think it's netfetch, right? Oh, neofetch. My mistake. Neofetch. So let's do that again. So nano dot bash rc all the way down, and then I will say neo fetch, Control O and Control X. Let's see if I do this. Oh, very nice, right? So every time when I log in, then I can make that neo fetch. Because permanently I changed it. So you can also make something permanently when you log out. You can make it in dot bash logout. See if we have dot bash logout here. ls minus la dot bash logout is not here, but you can make it, right, if you want. Oh, we have a logout here. Dot bash logout. What do we have? Cat dot bash logout. What was the name of that? Oh, underscore. There, pound sign is a command, so it is not. It has clear the console. Clear the console. So when you log out, then it'll clear the console. So what it does is that if you do clear, then it clear out, right? Bash RC that we already looked at. Or you can make a export. If we want to make not only your local .bash RC, but if you want to make it system at the system levels, then you can do export. Okay, export. Therefore, you can make it at the system levels. This is command. More about process. If you want to make it, remember that the pretty much good things that you can use the command called the PS. But we have a little more than that if you want. If you want to see, if you want to run a process with a low priority, then you can use nice. Okay, as a casual user, you may not want to discriminate one program of yours from other program of yours. You want to make it all at the same priorities. But if you are in charge of entire system, other system wants to run at the time sharing mode. So you want to see, hey, I want to run this, but not as important as others. I want to leave it running at low priority because you have that control. You can do that using this nice command. And then if you want to bring it back to the normal priority, then you have to renice. Okay? And then system usages. This is a good thing that we see this together. VM stat. Okay, all right. VM stat. Let's make it. I wanna bring this front and like this. Okay. VM. Let's see the manual first. Man VM stat. It says report virtual memory statistics. Virtual memory statistics. So Q to quit and then practice that. VM stat. And then number 2 and number 5. 2 means how often, how quickly you want to refresh your virtual machine statistics. And then how many times do you want to repeat? 5 times, 10 times, 15 times, or 100 times? In this case, 5 times that you want to see that every 2 seconds refreshment. So VM command, oh, not MV, VM. VM stat. So I can see the 5 times of those, right? Free space of those and buffer space, cache, memories. All of these are something about the cache. And then swappings and IOs in system and CPUs. So VM stat, if we want to make it 15 times every 1 second, more quickly. Only something about the virtual, right? track memory usage per process. If you realize one specific process that may consume your CPU and memory significantly, dominantly, so you want to trace it back, see what other process invoked that process, that type of things, then you can trace back the memory usages. Okay, called the PMAP of that process. We don't have that long process here. Let's try if you see any top, maybe process VNC 898. That may be 898. So PMAP 898. So these are the memory usages. 898 has Wave VNC, render cursor, retouched. Some of the sockets. Check the parent of that. PS3 minus P pipe grep 898. There's the simple ones, but if you have the longer ones, we may see the longer ones. Yeah. Okay. More about the system environment and process. Uptime, how long my system is up. And you can see uptime. As a system administrator, if you want to see some of the workstation where there is no user, but workstation is up and running, then first thing that you need to see is, hey, how long this workstation being left here unused. Then you can see uptime. Not really unused, but how long this system has been up. Get the CPU temperature. Oh, this is good ones. So you don't know how hot that CPU is. Is this CPU your laptop CPU or your Raspberry CPUs? Laptop CPUs, Raspberry CPUs, right? So where there is operating system is currently running. So VC Gen CMD measure temp. My Raspberry Pi CPU, the temperature is 48.8 in Celsius. 48.8 Celsius means, I think, almost 100 degrees. Anyone has a hotter than mine? 48. Mine is 48.8. Anyone's temperature is lower than mine? What is yours, Evans?
49.4.
Yours is hotter than mine.
No, it's it.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that is, you have the case. Mine is, there's no case, but all the vent installed, so it is keep cool. Okay, that's good, right? So although your operating system is somewhere, you are remotely control it. You do not know whether it is hot right now, not in this winter time, but maybe in the summertime. Then you can check what is the temperature there. Okay. Some of the memory fresh, list top CPU consuming process. That is also good. I want a copy of this and run rather than why it is not. I'll make copy and paste here. It's not paste. Okay. Hit enter. Then I can see top list. This is a process ID 1036. Command is Wayfire. This is my the web browser. The percent of memory usage is 1.3 and the percent of CPU 2.4. Oh, I do not have that once. Oh. Way VNC. Oh, this is something with the VNC, right? So that tells me that. Wayfire. What is Wayfire? Man Wayfire. There's no manual. Rather than doing that, I want to see. Then this guy tells me Raspberry Pi OS now uses Wayland pipe wire. Oh, Wayland and pipe wire together, then Wayfire. It says is from Raspberry Pi 4 and 5. This switches improves the OS performance, security, and aesthetics. Windows. Okay, something system is using that Wayfire. List open files by process. Some process may touch some of the files. Then if you want to see, hey, what that process is now touching. For example, Wayfire. What is the process ID of Wayfire? Let's see. The process of Wayfire is 1036. So list ls list of files minus p1036. Oh, there are so many files this process is running. Therefore, it is amazing. That is name of the files. These are all the file list. No. Oh, here. For example, this is the files, right? Variations of accessing process. Show top 10 memory consuming process. Then we can see that, for example, I want to see top 10 list of that. which one is most using my memory. Then I can do here, then it gives me the top 10 list. Chromium and the Wi-Fi. And top 5 list, if you want to make it, show top process dynamically, then we can use this. Copy and paste here. This is dynamically. This may change, I think. If I run, yeah, it keep it changing, right? Because I run this. If I put something else, maybe, yeah, this keep changing. Okay. I think this is all that I prepared for today. Any question? Any comments? Anything that you like? I think I like what? NeoFetch, right? So every time you log in from this time, because if you change that on your .bash RC like this, if I reopen my terminal, then I can see NeoFetch, which is nice. You can add more and more if you like. For example, fortune. If you want to see the fortune every time that you log in automatically, you need to, yeah, you can do it. You can update your .bash file RC to make your login more meaningful, okay? All right, if you do not have any question, then expect more homework assignments. I will post it.